Please subscribe and ring the bell to never miss an update. It's the moment we've all been waiting for, the end of tumultuous 2020. Today on Lady Mary Beth, we will set a simple and optimistic New Year's Eve table along with a time-honored buffet look to ring in the new year. Join me. For a clean, classic look, I pulled out my trusted white damask tablecloth, and anchoring each place setting is my favorite Bach Verona charger in gold. And the dinner plates are the Cellini white, also from Bach. It's my favorite white dish pattern. And topping it is the accent plate from Fitz & Floyd in the Nivea pattern. I found these last year at Bed Bath & Beyond on clearance. They had 12 silver snowflake accent plates and 12 in the gold, and they were a steal. You might remember the first segment I ever featured on my channel was a winter tea with the snowflake tablecloth and with these plates. The Lenox Medford flatware is really nice with this. It ties in the gold and silver. I've so enjoyed having this. And a very simple ivory and silver edge napkin with a Mariposa napkin ring. And you know, Waterford Crystal is near and dear to me. This is the Ballyshannon goblet that I chose as a bride. It is now a retired pattern. And the Araglin iced beverage. And this is a very simple and classic look for a New Year's Eve dinner. In keeping with understated elegance, I have placed Waterford Crystal ball candle holders in the center. These you might recognize from a recent shopgoodwill.com find. They were $11. I didn't know they were Waterford, but I sure did. And I have some battery-operated candles from Hobby Lobby that are fun and festive. They look like champagne bubbles. In between each place setting, a sterling-based Duchenne mini cake pedestal. I placed Harry and David chocolate truffles. We had these as a gift from a relative, and I thought, why not? Let's have some fun with New Year's. And this is our very simple table look. The Waterford Araglin flutes are ready for toasting tonight. I've placed these on the Annie glass oblong Roman antique pastry tray. And this I found at my neighborhood Goodwill for $2.99 over the holidays. It retails for $151 on the Annie Glass website. So that was a fabulous holiday find. And one of my favorite table essentials is the Mariposa napkin box. This is the Celebration Bow napkin weight. And a friend has gifted us with this gorgeous bottle of Spanish sparkling wine. We will toast with this at midnight. And I'm featuring this on a Baccarat Rosas bottle coaster. And we are all ready with our celebration station for toasting tonight. Do you have a minute? Let's take a look at the backdrop for our New Year's Eve dinner celebration. The Happy Everything tray from Cotton Colors is one of my favorites with the interchangeable attachments. And this is a new one that I just got. Happy New Year, how appropriate. And you can actually move the clock hands. I love it. And I've always wanted to feature clocks for a New Year's Eve look, but we're usually traveling. So this is really fun for me this year. I got to pull out all the Waterford clocks that I could find, and each one has a story. Some of these came from a charity resale or shopgoodwill.com, and I'll show you a few of these clocks. The Waterford Crystal Westminster Abbey clock is very special. It has 3 Gothic arches along the bottom that are reminiscent of Westminster Abbey in London. The Lismore clock is lovely with a 2-tone face, along with the Abbey. The octagonal clock is very special to me. My mother gave this to me Christmas of 1988 when I was still in high school. She had it signed with my monogram, the date, and by the artisan at a department store signing event. And this went with me to Germany in college, and now I can have it in my own home on my bedside table. My neighbor gifted me with these beautiful rhinestone encrusted toasting flutes, and I thought that would be a nice addition to our backdrop. And continuing with the Waterford clocks, this is a diamond paperweight clock. Isn't that lovely? I've had that for years. And the large carriage clock I admired when I worked for Waterford, and then they stopped making it. I found it on eBay many years ago, and it was a local seller. She worked at the Houston Zoo, so I packed up the kids, spent a day at the zoo to pick up my Waterford clock, and now I have a really good memory of that day. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't know where it came from. And some other small Waterford clocks. These really do make great gifts too, especially for graduation. And the number one, love this for the new year, because obviously we celebrate the first month of the year and the first day, January 1st, and it's 2021. So that's very fitting for our New Year's display. And one of my very special pieces that I wanted to share with you is a panel from the Times Square ball drop in New York City. This was the first year that Waterford participated. They are a sponsor of the event, and this was signed by my dear friend John Stenson, who was a master cutter and designer with Waterford Crystal, and this is from the actual ball drop in 2000. We display this in our living room. It is very, very special, so I wanted to share that with you. And this is my New Year's Eve celebration. And you could even leave this up the first couple of weeks of January. It's very fitting and timely. The new year is a time to refresh and restart. I wish you and your family much health, happiness, and prosperity in 2021. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with celebrations. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining Lady Mary Beth. Please hit like and subscribe. I hope to see you next time for more lifestyle tips.